Hi guys, welcome back to my channel for another Write Poetry with Me video. So it's pretty simple. This is where we start with a poetry prompt or exercise and then take 10 real-time minutes to just write together. And there aren't really any rules to that besides just committing to that 10 minutes, filling that time with writing, not looking at your phone, and just taking that moment to sit with your creativity. So for today's prompt, we're going to play with voice a bit more. So the exercise is to write a poem from the perspective of an iconic fictional character from a book, from a movie, from a TV show, whatever calls to you. I encourage you to pick a character that's quite different from yourself and try to use the language to sound like that character and to not sound like you. So maybe start with one scene you remember where you think this character's perspective might color things a little differently. And maybe in the process of writing, you'll discover something new and interesting about this character. Or maybe you'll invent something about the character. There's no rules here about the content. So if you want to take a second to decide on the character you want to do, you can pause here. And when you're ready, let's get started. Okay, so your 10 minutes starts now. And that's 10 minutes. Okay, so I hope those were a good 10 writing minutes for you. So I ended up writing about Beth from Little Women. I really loved that book when I was a kid and am a particular fan of Greta Gerwig's movie. And I've written some about these characters before, but I don't think I had ever thought that much about the interior life of Beth as compared to the other sisters. And I ended up landing somewhere about the emotional burden of being someone who doesn't make her feelings in her life anyone else's problem, because Beth is like grateful and uncomplaining to an extreme. Yeah, I think in the poem I maybe added some fire and some anger about her situation that maybe wasn't totally there in the book. One little piece where I kind of like where I'm going and complain, I couldn't lay my broken branches on their ears, spoiling spring green and floral display. I belong in no painted landscape, despised to make a permanent sour note in their jolly fireside songs. But yeah, I definitely feel I have something worth exploring in another draft. So if you want to share some of what you wrote in the comments, or maybe just talk about the character you picked and what you kind of discovered about them, please do. I'd love to see where the exercise took you. All right, well, thanks again for writing with me. See you next time.